Hey YouTube, we're out here on this beautiful morning in September. You can see behind me, kind of overcast. Temperature has been ridiculously hot lately, but today it is fairly brisk out here, which I really enjoy. But today I wanted to go over some issues I've been having with the factory Sequoia mirrors. So you can see this is a limited, and these limited mirrors are different than the majority of Sequoia mirrors out there. So I could be wrong on all of this. I'm not sure if an SR5 has this little button right here that folds the mirrors in and out. It may or may not, but I do know that these mirrors on the limited are different in the fact that I believe they have heated mirrors, and there's a few different things I think that are different on these. I'm not sure what all the differences are off the top of my head, but I have this passenger side cover taken off here. So the way you take this off, you can see there's a little hook on the bottom right there that goes in that hole, and then this nub snaps into here. So if you're going to remove it, you got to take the top off, snap the top off first, and then kind of pull it out like that. But I took the passenger side off to show you this little blue wire I have snipped right here. When I first got the Sequoia in 2016, this mirror was working, functioning perfectly, and then shortly after that it started making a weird noise. And I looked for another mirror on eBay. These, it's kind of hard to see, but there is the little white clip down here that the mirror plugs into, the plastic clip. These are different on these limited ones versus most of the Sequoia mirrors. So if you are getting a replacement mirror, you need to make sure that you're getting the right plastic clip here. But the ones that have these larger clips, I'll post a picture up here. The ones that have the larger clips, they're much harder to find and they're much more expensive online. It's been several years since I bought a replacement mirror, but at the time that I bought one, they were like $175, $200 price range, which is kind of ridiculous for an OEM used mirror on eBay. But from the dealership, they're even more than that. So you kind of are limited on that option. So anyway, I bought one. That had a silver back plate on it. You can see this is white here. I bought one that had a silver one, and I don't recommend getting one that's a different color than your vehicle, because it is extremely difficult to change this out. I ended up breaking the glass. I had to buy a new piece of glass as well. So just look for one that has the same color of yours. But back to what I was getting at. So when I first got this car, this motor went out shortly after getting the vehicle. Then maybe about a year after that, I was waiting at a stoplight, and somebody with a large trailer came, turned really too close to me, hit the mirror like this, it bent backwards, and the same thing happened again. The motor was making a weird noise. I would try and press that flip in and flip out button on the inside, and it wouldn't move this at all, and it became really flimsy. So I ended up having to put a screw just directly in the bottom right here to keep it where I want. So this does not move forward or back. I did not want to replace the mirror again because they were so expensive and it's harder to find. So I just, like I said, put a screw in the bottom here. It doesn't fold in or out anymore, but the mirror function still works. But after I did that, it was still making that weird noise, which I'll show you here in a bit on the driver's side. It was still making that weird noise, so I had to look up a wiring diagram and try and find what each wire does. And I found that this blue wire here is the wire that powers the actual motor that flips in and out. So that's why I have it clipped over here. I'm about to do the same thing over there because the same thing is happening to that motor over there. So I'm not sure if it's a common issue, or maybe I just got unlucky 3 times in a row with these mirrors. But if it is a common issue, I figured I'd put it out there because it kind of took me a while to figure all this out whenever I did this on this side the first time. So I'm gonna go ahead and take off that side over there and get to clipping. Okay, so I just started the car. You might already hear it in the background. If I get closer, you can hear it. And watch, when I press the flip in and flip out button, listen. See, it sounds like it's trying, but it just can't get it. I just pressed it out again. So it's like the motor's trying to continually flip out the mirror or flip in the mirror, and it's just can't do it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and clip this. I never use the function anyway to flip in the mirrors under normal circumstances. So that's why I didn't have an issue screwing in the bottom of that mirror over there to keep it from flipping in and out. And I don't have an issue clipping the wire that removes power to the actual motor over here on this side. So I'll go ahead and get to that. So this probably would be much easier if you took off the whole door panel. I just insulated, sound deadened and everything this side and that side as well. I don't really feel like doing it all again, but I'll go over briefly how to take the door panel off. There are videos on how to do it, but you got to take this little panel off. There's a screw right here. You got to flip this little hidden door in here open. There's a screw in there. You take this section out. There's a screw in there. You have to pop this light, the whole socket out, and unplug the light here. You get a flat head or some kind of prying tool. You stick it in here under, and you can pop that whole section out and unplug that. So once those are out, then I usually start from the bottom, usually with the flat head, and I stick it in the corner right here and start popping all the plastic tabs out all the way around the bottom. Right here you can see there's a little push tab. You got to push that in and remove these two right here. And then after that, after you get all the plastic tabs popped out all the way around the bottom, then you can kind of pry this off using this door handle right here, and then slide it up and unlatch the top of the door panel from the actual door. But I don't really feel like doing that again. So I'm gonna just try and take off as much of this tape as I can and snip the blue wire from right here. Okay, so I'm gonna try and do this on camera. I have pressed the button to flip in the mirror, so I think you can hear it a little bit better on camera. Hopefully you guys can hear that. I'm going to try and snip this on camera, and hopefully you'll be able to hear it stop right away. See, it stopped. It's now no longer trying to constantly flip in, and I am a happy camper. So putting these back in is pretty simple. You have to hook that little hook into the hole first, and kind of finagle it down under the tweeter right there, and you just align that little nub with the opening, and then just a little puts it right back in. I hope that video helped somebody out there. I know I would have had enjoyed to see something like that when I was going through this issue. Like I said earlier, I don't know if this is a common issue with these OEM mirrors, or if I just happen to get bad luck and out of 5 years get 3 bad mirrors. I'm not sure, but to recap, I would definitely try to find the correct plug that is the same color of Sequoia that you have if you're gonna just replace it, because it is a pain to try and replace that little color cover on the back of the mirror. If you are having the same issues I am and you're just planning on snipping the wire like I did, you can do it without taking the door panel off. But if Sequoia videos interest you, please check out my channel. I have quite a few other videos on the Sequoia. Also, don't hesitate to let me know if you want to see a certain video. I try to do stuff that I have had issues with myself, looking for stuff, and try to just put some more information out there so that way maybe save some time for you guys. I also am in the middle of getting ready to go on my first elk hunt. I have some videos coming out for that. If that interests you, please consider subscribing to the channel. And finally, I do a lot of Second Amendment type stuff. So again, if all these things kind of collide with your interests, I invite you to subscribe to the channel, hit that likes button, comment on the videos. It really does help us out. So I appreciate all the support, but I'm really trying to focus on putting videos out that most of you guys want to see. So if I put something out you guys like, let me know. If I put something out you guys don't like, let me know, and I will try to adjust that accordingly. I really do enjoy making these videos, and I hope you guys enjoy watching them as much as I enjoy making them. So please help me grow this channel together and let me know your thoughts. I hope you're having a great day and keep on enjoying life out there. Thanks.